this video we are going to see about some UML versions. Initially the version 1.1 it was about adopted by this UML was adopted by Object Management Group. This was the first version of UML, and then 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, and recently we are using UML version 2.5. UML 2.4.1 was revised with minor changes. UML was made simple than it was before. Rapid functioning and the generation of more efficient models were introduced. Outdated features were eliminated. Models, templates were eliminated as auxiliary constructs. Next we are going to see about characteristics of UML. It is a generalized modeling language. It is different from software programming languages such as Python, C, C++, etc. It is a pictorial language which can be used to generate powerful modeling elements. It is related to object-oriented designs and analysis. It has unlimited applications even outside the software industry. It can be used to visualize the workflow of a factory. Next we are going to see about the conceptual model. Before beginning with the UML concept, one must understand the basics of the conceptual model. It is made up of various concepts which are interrelated. It helps us to understand what the objects are, how interaction takes place to execute a process. It is required, this conceptual model is required in UML. So we have to understand the entities and relationships between them before actually modeling the system. If you want to if you are going to model any system, before that we should have a thorough understanding about the entities. That means real world entities, real world objects, and what about the relationships between them. So this should be understood first, and then only we have to go for modeling the system. And then these are the following object-oriented concepts that are required to begin with the UML. First one is object, class, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. So these 6 things it is going to be called as the building blocks of the UML. So UML diagrams are the output of the unified modeling language. It is a pictorial representation of classes, objects, and relationship between them. It is a model that describes a part of the system. It is used to define the functionality of a design of the system. This diagram should be clear and concise so that the viewer will really understand it. So there are 3 different categories in UML diagrams. These categories, first one is the structural diagram, second one behavioral diagram, and third one is interaction diagrams. So what is this structural diagrams? It is used to represent the static view of the system. It represents a part of the system that makes up the structure of a system. It shows various objects within a system. So here I have given some examples for structural diagrams. First one is class diagram. So these 5 diagrams it is going to be called as a UML diagrams. So we have to call it like this: UML class diagram, UML object diagram like that, UML package diagram, component diagram, and deployment diagram. So all these 5 diagrams that come under the structural diagrams. Next one is behavioral diagrams. Any real world system can be represented in either a static form or a dynamic form. A system is said to be complete if it is expressed in both the static and dynamic ways. This behavioral diagram, it represents the functioning of the system. These UML diagrams that deals with the static part of the system are called structural diagrams. UML diagrams that deals with the moving or dynamic parts of the system are called behavioral diagrams. So there are 3 categories that come under behavioral diagrams. First one is UML activity diagram, UML use case diagram, and UML state machine diagrams. Next we are going to see about interaction diagrams. Interaction diagram is nothing but a subset of behavioral diagrams. It is used to visualize the flow between various use case elements of the system. Interaction diagrams are used to show an interaction between 2 entities and how data flows within them. So here these are the 3 important interaction diagrams. First one is UML timing diagram, UML sequence diagram, and UML collaboration diagram. Thank you.